Tonight was a show unlike no other. Hey, I'm Tommy McFly from Mix 107.3. 15 Newsbabes. Ladies of the television all got together, Ritz-Carlton in Georgetown, for the Newsbabes Bash for breast cancer. We did the Tommy Show live. It was a great time. Check it out.
A couple years ago, one of my sorority sisters at the age of 26 was diagnosed with breast cancer. That is when it hit me. I realized this is not a disease that discriminates.
It's affected some of my friends that I'm really close with, so it means a lot to them, so it means a lot to me.
I shared a house with a woman who's a really close family friend, and unfortunately she had breast cancer and she passed away just as I was moving. And it was just such a difficult time to be connected to somebody as a friend for so many years and watch her experience having to go through chemo, losing her hair, and just the struggles that people deal with. So this event has been personal for me, and I know for all the women to come together.
My mom was diagnosed with it last year. It was a very early stage, and they caught it very, very early on, and she had to go through radiation, but she's just fine now and has pretty much a clean bill of health. But it was one of those things that you got the phone call you never wanted to hear of. I don't want you to panic, but I may have breast cancer. And it definitely makes you stop and think. And I'm very, very grateful to all the research. I actually was thinking the other day that you think about donating research to finding a cure, but maybe all the research I've done was what helped enable them to catch my mom so early. So I'm really glad to be able to be here tonight.
We all know someone that we've cared about, that we love, that we've lost to this disease. And for everyone we've lost, we've got to do something to make a difference.
Well, I had to scare myself, so it really scared me. I was very fortunate in that when they did the biopsy, there was no cancer, but it caused me to think about how many women are really going through this, and I started being proactive and helping to promote in a way of giving back in thanks that I did not have cancer.
You know, to see these women battle through it, fight through it, and come out on the other side is really so important, but also to remember the women and the men who didn't make it.
I've had friends whose mothers have had breast cancer, and you know, I went through the struggle with them as their daughter going through, you know, the fact that their mother is battling this life-threatening disease. And fortunately, because of the advances we've made in technology and research, my friends' mothers were able to survive, and they fought back, and they're stronger now than ever. But I think as women, we're all vulnerable to this disease.
No matter what you do, where you live, who you are, you're not immune. And I think that's an eye-opener for women to get themselves checked regularly.
And my daughter got me started with running a race, and then we started doing these breast cancer events, and I'm incredibly surprised and excited about the community, how tight they are and how supportive they are.
How did Newsbabes start? Was it one like hot chick superhero meeting like in the halls of justice? I mean, do you guys hang out? How did this come about?
You know, we've caught some slack for that. You know, some people saying, hey, you've put women hundreds of years back. But
tell them to shut up. I love it.
In all reality, my response to that, to be quite candid, is, you know, why don't you focus not so much on bashing our name and focus on what the bash is for?
Give us some dollars. How about that?
Show us the money. Actually, Kathleen Matthews, who is a veteran news anchor in here, I mean, don't mess with Kathleen. She's the one that kind of joked around, her and Wendy Rieger, about, oh, we're the Newsbabes, because they were putting together a fashion show for Suited for Change. This was years back, and so the name just kind of stuck. When you're planning an event and you want to get people out, you want something that's catchy and marketable and fun. And so we just came up with the idea of revisiting that, getting women from all the different stations, all the different backgrounds, all the different ages, bringing them together, because we've all been touched by breast cancer, and deciding that one night we together are going to set aside our differences and make an impact. And you know what? I think that tonight is testimony of that.
Now, can I be a dude for a second?
Sure.
Can the next one be a pool party?
I don't know about that, but I think the next one, we're going to be looking for a male ambassador. So,
ooh, pick me, please.
Tommy, we might throw your name in that.
I watch the news, is that correct?
Yeah, you know. You're kind of newsy, and you look great in pink.